Welcome to the Identity Matching Overview for School Data Sync. In this video, we'll discuss how to configure identity matching in School Data Sync. So SDS synchronizes both student and teacher identity information. The source directory for sync can either be PowerSchool, Clever, or CSV files, and the target directory is always Azure Active Directory. In order to synchronize identities from source to target, though, we either need to tell SDS to create new users in Azure that match the source identity, or we can synchronize with existing users by matching the source identity to the target identity. Creating new users is easy. We simply set the Create New Users option in the sync profile, and SDS will automatically create and license new user accounts in Azure AD for each student and teacher within the source directory. Synchronizing with existing users requires a bit more planning. We need to tell SDS how to match a student and teacher in the source to the corresponding user in the target. SDS gives us a few different options and attributes we can use to make this match. We have 3 attributes in the source to use for matching and 3 attributes in the target to use for matching. On the source side, we can choose from username, secondary email, and teacher number, or student number when we're matching students. And on the target side, we can choose between user principal name, male, and male nickname. Now you can match any attribute in the source to any attribute in the target, as long as they are an exact match. Once you get a good match, the identity will sync. This is called identity matching. Let's look at an example. We're planning to configure a sync profile for our teachers, and on the source side, we have these values. And on the target side, we have these values. As you can see, if I set up my sync profile to use username in my source and user principal name in my target, this user will sync. They both contain the same value and will match the 2 identities. Now if my source directory remained the same, but my target directory instead looked like this, I would have to select male as my target attribute in the sync profile. Pretty simple, right? As long as we select the attributes that match in both the source directory and target directory, my users will sync. Now what if my source looked like this, and my target attributes looked like this? We don't have an exact match anywhere between source and target, but we are close on username to user principal name match. We're just missing the domain portion of the match on the source side. Well, SDS gives you the option to append a domain suffix to the source value in order to complete the matching logic. So we select username for our source attribute, we select classroomtest31.org as the domain suffix to append, and then we select user principal name as the target attribute. And now we have a successful match again. Whether we match directly from source to target, or we match from source to target with an appended domain, we simply need to match the source value to the target value to successfully sync our students and teachers. And that's identity matching in School Data Sync. Thank you.